What are you working on?
I want to store these tires or organize them a little bit. Need to do something with these tires, huh? Bunch of junk tires. That one's good. Here's a nice lawnmower tire. You could make a nice candy out of it.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking all about old tires. For this video, I teamed up with my friends from Home Talk and we decided to make some cute ornaments from these tires, or like decorations for your front yard. I ended up using a smaller lawnmower tire to make the candy and a big car tire to make the snowflake ornament. Before I jump into the directions for how we made these, I wanted to let you know you can also view all of my DIYs on my blog with the full written step-by-step instructions as well. Okay, to get started, I scrubbed both tires with a hard bristle brush to remove any dirt. Some regular dish soap helps get the job done. While they were drying in the sun, I went on to cutting out my plywood for the center. Here's the plywood I went with. To mark my circle, I lay my tire in the center of the plywood and used a pencil to outline the inner circle of the tire. Then I measured how much more I needed to add to the plywood circle. This is where I wanted the plywood to stop, so I decided to add an additional 3 inches to the circle. To do this, I removed the tire and used a ruler to add 3 inches going all around. Then I simply connected the dots to make the outer circle a solid line, and you're ready to cut. To make sure the plywood circle wasn't too big, I measured the tire and compared it to each other. Okay, now my plywood was ready to cut. I lay it on a solid surface and secured it with some clamps, making sure about 6 inches of the plywood hung off the table for cutting. I used my jigsaw to cut out the perfect circle, and I'm in love with this Ryobi jigsaw. I actually just purchased it. It is super simple and easy to use, and it already comes with a blade. To install the blade, you simply insert it right here and turn this knob, and the blade should slip right in. Then you just insert your battery and you're ready to go. So I know tools can get pricey, and I did a little bit of research for you if you're on a budget. Here's a hyper tough jigsaw sold at Walmart. It can also be found on Amazon, and from what I found, its average rating is about 4 stars. And Walmart even has it on sale for $16. Like, wow, that's a super good deal. Just keep in mind that this one is corded though. Walmart also carries this Black & Decker for $30. I hope this was helpful for those of you that don't own a jigsaw. Okay, to cut out the circle, I started at the edge and worked my way around the circle. I moved the plywood and reclamped it each time. I actually found it cut smooth if I helped hold the plywood down firmly with my other hand as well. If you're scared of using power tools, don't be. This is actually my first time ever using a jigsaw, and it cut like butter, and I actually enjoyed working with it, and I can't wait to work with it again. Okay, here's what my circle looked like once done. You can additionally sand down the edges if you'd like. To secure the plywood to the tires, I used this stuff called liquid nails. It's an adhesive that's sold at Home Depot. We applied a thick strip of it to the tires and added the plywood circle over it. I followed the same instructions with a smaller tire. So I actually didn't realize that this liquid nail stuff takes over 24 hours to dry, and I'm not sure if this had something to do with the cold weather, but I ended up having to staple the wood to the tires after I painted it. I know this is totally working backwards, so make sure if you are going to nail it in that you slightly hold your nail gun tilted so the staples don't easily slip out. I also flipped the tire over and hammered down the staples inside to secure it even better. Okay, to paint the tires, I chose to go with the Rust-Oleum spray paint in the finished satin. This color is called Red Apple. The satin finish seems to actually adhere better to the tires rather than gloss. I don't know why, but that's how it is. So we were going to do a scratch test for you guys, for those of you wondering whether the spray paint stays really strong on the tires or not. So, okay, hon, you can scratch it.
Nope, doesn't scratch.
For real?
It's actually pretty strong.
Oh, dang. This should last a few winters. For my smaller tire, I decided to leave the top of the tire white, so I laid the leftover plywood over it and spray painted it white. If you plan on having a different color of plywood, you should probably do it before attaching it to the tire. Like I said, sometimes I totally work backwards. Okay, to make my ornament cap, I recycled a tin can. You can also use a metal bucket if you find one in the perfect size. I started by cutting my tin can in half and drilled 2 holes on both sides at the bottom of the can. Then I cut 2 long pieces of baling wire and folded them in half. Next, I stuck both ends of the baling wire through the holes and pulled it through. You should have long pieces of wire sticking out of both ends. Then take another piece of wire and shape it into a circle. Stick each end of the rounded wire on both ends of the tin can, flip it over, twist both ends to secure it, and that's it. Here's what it should look like at the bottom. To finish it off, I coated it with some silver metallic spray paint and it was ready to go on the tire. To attach it to the tire, I drilled 2 holes in the tire about 3 inches apart. Then I fed the wires that were sticking out at the bottom of the cap into the holes. I laid the tire down and twisted the 2 wires together to secure the cap to the tire, and that's it. To decorate the ornament, I got this snowflake at Michael's. They also sell these super cute placemats if you're wanting something smaller, or if you want to add a cute Christmas quote, the dollar store sells these adorable ones made from wood. To attach my snowflake, I simply used some hot glue. If you plan on leaving it in rough weather, you can use something stronger like E6000 glue. I also added some tiny pom-poms to finish it off. For my smaller tire, I was debating between using tinsel or rope. I actually ended up picking tinsel because it was more festive. The tinsel is actually very lightly wired, so to start the spiral going, I wrapped it around a thick dowel. If you're wondering where I got my tiny tinsel, it was actually in the mini ornaments section of Michael's. To secure my tinsel to the plywood, I started by laying it out and hot gluing every other inch until I covered the whole front of the tire. You can add an ornament cap to the top, or you could do what I did and turn it into candy by adding wrappers. I decided to make the candy wrapper from recycled grocery bags. I cut the top and the bottom off of the grocery bag, then I cut off the section that had any writing on it and was left with like a long rectangle shape. I folded it in half and additionally cut both sides so it would be nice and clean on the edges. Next, I folded the whole piece in half and additionally folded it into 2-inch sections with an accordion fold. I made a total of 3 pieces like this and they were ready to go on the dowel. To secure them to the dowel, I used hot glue, then I made a strip of plastic to go around the bottom. I spread out the plastic to fluff it up and trim the edges to shorten it, and that's it. Then I just hot glued them to the sides of the tire and they were ready to go in the yard. I think they'd look super cute with Christmas lights around them in the yard, or you can have them on your front porch or maybe even inside somewhere. You might want to leave cameras outdoors because we all know kids can't keep their hands off sweets. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I hope you liked this video and found it helpful. Subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and I will see you all next time. Bye!